Buonasera from Rome, Italy. I'm at the Rome Fiumicino airport outside the ticket counters for the China Eastern flight to Shanghai. Time now is 4:30, so I've got about 5 hours to go. There are check-in counters already available for passengers to check in, so I'm going to head in and share the experience with you. So actually I've come a little bit too early. The check-in only opens at 5 o'clock here at Rome, so 4 hours ahead of your scheduled departure time. That's when the check-in counter for the flight to Shanghai opens. So I've got another 25 minutes to wait, not too bad. In the meantime, all passengers to Shanghai must fill in a health declaration, which is available to scan using the QR codes that are plastered on the ticket counters. So you must fill those in ahead of, I guess, departing or arriving to Shanghai. You can do so by scanning the QR code using your WeChat app, filling in the necessary required fields, and then showing that to the relevant staff when asked. And so check-in is complete. The time now is 5:02, so that was really quick and efficient from the staff here at Rome Fiumicino Airport. I did ask if there was a possibility to upgrade to the premium economy class and the business class, both of which were available. The upgrade cost for premium economy was 500 euros. The upgrade cost for business class was 3,200 euros. So that's a bit steep for this flight to Shanghai. The economy class is perfectly fine. So yeah, let's get into the waiting area and wait the 4 hours or so to the flight. Looking forward to it. And just before we head through customs, I was really impressed with the state of the bathrooms, the public bathrooms here at the airport. As you can see, it's all ultra modern, very clean, and just overall very nice. And so after clearing customs, I'm up here at the Plaza Premium Lounge, which is on the second level of Rome Fiumicino Airport, past the duty-free, up the escalators. I've checked in earlier this afternoon or this evening. What you need to do is you need to show the front desk your passport, your boarding pass, as well as a card that allows you certain access privileges. So there are certain cards like the priority pass that allow you to use the lounge. Once in, this is quite a large site that you'll be greeted with. There's a lot of seating. It is very busy at the moment. There's a lot of flights departing from Rome in the next couple of hours. But just quickly, let me show you what's available. So there's a drink station to the right, serving water, soft drinks, coffee, as well as a hot food station serving a range of meatballs, lasagna, pastas. That's constantly replenished. There's also a nice bar area that serves Peroni on tap, as well as several cocktails and liquors, some juices here, pastries, a salad bar that's also constantly replenished, a dessert station. This is quite empty at the moment. Coffee station as well, and throughout the seating area there's TV screens that show departures, so you'll be constantly reminded as to when your flight will be departing. I think overall, like I said, it was very busy earlier. It still is very busy, but there's plenty of workstations around, all equipped with a power socket and a USB outlet for you to charge your devices and to work. The Wi-Fi is very strong, very easy to get access to the Plaza Premium Wi-Fi here and get connected. There's also a shower area, which I used earlier, and that was really good. So I'm all showered, and definitely don't take that for granted. After a long day this morning, just walking around Rome with my friends, I came straight to the airport by train, and getting to a nice hot shower, clean, fresh, ready for a long flight. Definitely something much appreciated, and definitely don't take that for granted. Otherwise, I've got about an hour until boarding for my China Eastern Airline flight, MU788 to Shanghai. I'm going to spend the next couple of minutes just doing some work over in my corner. It's a nice corner with a power socket, individual seat, and wait until boarding arrives. And this is one of the showers here in the Plaza Premium Lounge at Rome Airport. It's pretty spacious, got a huge shower, very high ceiling, toilet, a sink, and some toiletries as well, including a toothbrush, hair dryer, full mirror. Towels are provided, freshly folded, hand, yes, one for the bath mat, and big towel to dry yourself. Yeah, plenty big. This shower I had to reserve when I entered the lounge about an hour ago. So time now is 6:30. The staff that led me to this particular bathroom, she had to unlock it first, but she didn't specify any time limit, so that's very nice. Yeah, so I'm going to take a quick shower, get back out to the main area and do some more work. Since this is my last evening in Rome, might as well just get a Peroni on tap. Thank you. Cheers. So this is my individual seat here at the Plaza Premium Lounge. I've got a individual reading light, individual power socket, charging my devices, beer on the side. Yeah, just gonna relax for the next 50 minutes, do a bit of work, go through a few emails before the working week starts, and yeah, otherwise it's a very comfortable place to spend the waiting time until boarding starts. So my friend Colin has joined me up here in the Plaza Premium Lounge at Rome Fiumicino Airport. Colin is on a separate flight actually. His one departs about 1 hour later on Qatar Airways through Doha to Singapore. I'm just about to head out to board my flight. Okay, Colin, what's your one highlight of Rome? I know we've only been here for 2 days, but any one particular place or restaurant or any one highlight?
Rome specifically, not Italy. Well, Vatican, right? Like it was one of the first things we did when we arrived in Rome, and it was just so gargantuan and held so many sort of relics and historical monuments from the past. And obviously Michelangelo's Sistine Chapel, yes, that's right. That was very beautiful and very awe-inspiring, and got a neck ache from that as well. So yeah, I think that was one of the lasting memories, and obviously just the number of people in Rome, it's very crowded.
Yeah, I agree. I think for me, Rome, I'll go back a week. I think for me, my intention was to come here for the Ryder Cup. I think that was accomplished. Tick that off, watch the golf. That was my highlight. Obviously, I've seen it has so many historical sites. We can't possibly cover all of it in one trip. So hopefully, we'll be back at some point in the future.
Yeah.
But yeah, have a safe flight to Doha.
Thank you.
Boom. So my gate this evening is E15. So that was assigned not too long ago, and should be there quite quickly. It shouldn't. Well, it doesn't. This airport doesn't appear to be too big or vast, so it should be there fairly soon. Let's head down these escalators and head to the gate. Come to gate E15, just right behind me. And boarding is actually at 8:30, so I've got another 20 minutes to just hang around here, probably find a seat somewhere, charge my devices, and get on board very shortly. Grazie. Good evening, welcome to this China Eastern A350 2019 build, so 4 years old as at the date of this recording, B30FM. It's A350 in a 333 configuration. I'm in seat 36H, which is in the middle, on the aisle, on the right. And yeah, this is a very nice and comfortable modern seat. Definitely the newest of the A350 the newest of the China Eastern planes that I've sat on. On the way to Rome, I sat on three Airbus A330s, one of which was 10 years old, 11 years old, the other a bit newer, 8 years old. But definitely the first observations are the infotainment system is much newer. The seat kind of pitch seems a bit more cramped, I would say. If anything, the A330s seem to have had a bit more legroom from memory, but otherwise it's still very comfortable. I love the A350s. The overhead ceiling space is much more cavernous than the A330. It's a very warm cabin here. The flight attendants haven't turned on the air conditioning, so it's very, very, very warm. Not too uncomfortable, but just verging on it. I'm sitting here, not sweating, but about to. But yeah, let's have a look at the infotainment system. Interface at first glance looks way more sleek. In terms of selections, I think there is a bit more on this one. Definitely, it's got an upgraded interface, so there seems to be a lot larger selection compared to the A330s. And taking a look at the rest of the seat, you've got a wired seat back control. It's good to have this option in addition to the touchscreen. You've also got a fold-out table, which is adjustable. Down below, you've got a literature pocket containing a safety card, an in-flight magazine with both English and Chinese articles. Back to the TV, you've got a headphone jack as well as a USB charging port.
热风释压时，氧气面罩将自动脱落，立即拉下面罩，罩在口鼻处，袋子套在头上。自己先戴好面罩，再帮员为电子设备充电，并确保充电宝电源处于关闭状态。对于您放置在行李架或随身行李内装有锂电。
So it's now 1.5 hours into the flight. We're being served dinner. So the food cart is right around here. The choice is between chicken with rice and fish with potatoes. I think I'm going to go with chicken and rice. 鸡肉米饭。谢谢。需要Coke Zero 可以吗？谢谢。谢谢。谢谢。Okay, so the dinner is here. So I got chicken and rice. Got some peanuts, appetizer, and dessert. Picchi Erino Torta della Nonna. And also ordered a Coke Zero. The only thing to note on China Eastern is that they don't serve wine, so either red wine or white wine. They do serve beer, which is a Qingdao beer. But other than that, no other alcoholic beverages in the economy class. So it's either Coke, soft drinks, or orange juice, apple juice. Yeah, that seems to be about it, and water as well. So just one thing to note. So some initial thoughts on the food. The chicken with rice and zucchini on the right hand side. No, it's okay. It's I guess edible, but I think on terms of the flavor profile, a little bit bland, I would say. There needs to be a bit more seasoning, especially maybe altitude. That has an effect as well. Just not enough. It's quite bland. And the appetizer, the couscous, obviously very healthy, but a little bit dry. It'd be nice if there's a little bit more like oil or olive oil or salad dressing. That would be nice. But overall, edible. I think the highlight of the dinner is definitely the dessert. This is lovely. It's a kind of lemon curd with apple crumble on top. Absolutely delicious. Good ending to the meal. And one interesting thing to note about China Eastern is that bread is served after the dinner. The main dinner meal has been given out. So here we go. 谢谢. So this is on your dinner plate. You've already got the butter, but the bread bun is handed out curiously after the actual hot meal has been served. So it doesn't come with the meal, but it's served after. So something to note with China Eastern has been consistent on the 2 flights that I took over to Italy earlier. That was initially the first time around, a bit curious as to why there was butter but no bread. But yeah, just to note, bread is served after the hot meal has been served. One thing that I have noticed missing is a separate tub of water that's usually served with the main meal. I think they were present on the 2 sectors that I took over to Italy, but yeah, not on this train. So it means I'm just left with the Coca-Cola, just 1 cup, which is fine, but just it would have been nice to have had an extra kind of tub or cup of water just to wash down the meal as well. So that's just one other point of difference between the service from Rome to Shanghai as opposed to Shanghai to Rome. So it's time for a quick loo review here in the Airbus A350 of China Eastern. This is the toilet in the middle of the cabin. As you can see, it's relatively spacious actually, got a lot of room to stretch out. We're past dinner service, so it's maybe 3 hours into the flight. The condition of the toilet is okay. I wouldn't say it's very clean. It's there's a bit of water or other bodily fluids on the floor. The sink is reasonably okay. You've got the tissue box here, some toothbrushes, which is good for a long haul flight, alcohol sanitizer, a toilet cover. You've got a holder for a flower, I guess, or a decoration, which is not in use. Air vent, which is good to provide fresh air, and obviously the rubbish bin. So overall, yeah, I mean, it's for a relatively new 4-year-old plane, it's okay. But I would obviously suggest using the bathroom earlier in the flight rather than later. I'd hate to see what this bathroom looks like at the end of the 11-hour flight to Shanghai. And my microphone cut out here, so I'll just do a quick voiceover. This is about 2 hours to go in the flight to Shanghai. Lunch was served. It was at this point 12 p.m. We were due to land in Shanghai at about 2 p.m. The choice was a beef pasta or a roast pork dish. So I went with the beef pasta. So this pasta dish is excellent. Actually, it's very tasty. Just the right amount of like seasoning. That's also another appetizer pasta dish. Very nice, very good. It's just finished lunch, and now they're coming around with the second round of drinks. Probably gonna get a coffee just to wake up. Otherwise, the meal was very good. There was the pasta dish with the beef was excellent, very tasty, as opposed to the earlier dinner service. More seasoning, yeah, just more tasty in general. The appetizer was also sort of a pasta dish, which was also very nice. Fruit was just fruit, and yeah, and I think like the dinner service, the crew also came around with a serving of bread as well. We're just gonna get a coffee to wake up. 那个咖啡有没有？谢谢。不行。谢谢。 After the lunch service, it wasn't long before we started our descent and landed into Shanghai. And welcome to Shanghai. I'm standing outside baggage carousel number 17. This is the carousel where all the bags from the Rome flight MU788 are coming out. Getting through customs was very easy. The service was very prompt, efficient. Signage in Shanghai airport is very clear as well. So yeah, overall thoughts about the flight: very efficient, very prompt. Anything that was requested, not only by myself but also by other passengers, was quickly dealt with. The staff were very, I'll say, transactional, but in a good way, such that the flight gets you from point A to point B in comfort. The food was overall very good, I thought. The cleanliness of the bathrooms, very good as well. The bathroom that I was showing earlier was cleaned up, obviously, throughout the flight. I used it a second time, and yeah, there was no issues. I think the staff had gone in and done a cleanup. Other than that, yeah, very warm, very friendly. But I would say on the more transactional side. So if you're not after anything too, luxury, pamperish, China Eastern is a great way to get from, especially in Asia, from Singapore, for me, through Shanghai to Italy, and then on the way back. So I think it's a great way to fly. The price that I paid was very reasonable compared to other airlines. I was looking at other options, including Turkish Airlines, Qatar, Singapore Airlines, obviously, and China Eastern was by far the most the cheapest, but in no way does that reflect on the level of service or the actual hard product. The plane that we just flew on was the newest of the bunch that I've flown on so far with China Eastern, the A350. What an amazing aircraft. I just think it's probably my favorite aircraft to fly nowadays. It's so smooth, it's so quiet as well. Definitely had a good night's sleep compared to the older aircraft that I sat in on the way to Italy, the A330s. So yeah, thumbs up to China Eastern. Hopefully in the future I'll try other classes like their premium economy product or even the business class product. But their economy class product, the seats were spacious enough, had a good amount of support. In terms of wear and tear, they're holding up quite nicely after 4 years. So yeah, wouldn't hesitate to use China Eastern again. Yeah, let me know what you thought if you have flown China Eastern. Any impressions of their soft service and their hard products nowadays. And I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye for Shanghai.
女士们、先生们，我们已经抵达上海浦东国际机场，请保持安全带系好，直到安全带指示灯熄灭。